I made that photo that's on the Google Classroom. So the way I started off was, and you may want to start off the same way too, is you want to look through that folder that you downloaded. Okay, and you might want to start off with your backgrounds first. You want to take a look at what backgrounds you want to use for your image. Okay, and the fun thing about Photoshop, I feel like, is you can always exaggerate certain things in Photoshop, that make it interesting. So like the idea that I had planned out before, I like the idea of having the hand really big. So okay, I use this image here. I just clicked and dragged this image onto Photoshop. So I click and drag it onto Photoshop. It's just gonna be my background image. Most of those images that I did find for you that you're using, they are high-res images, so they should be big enough to use. So I just clicked and dragged this onto Photoshop. Okay, so it's just opening up the background image. All right, now what I did next. Jose, everyone, guys, you want to pay attention. I'm showing you guys how I did that photo on the Google Classroom. All right, so I have this as my background image. So you may want to choose your background image first, or if you want to, you can do like a plain white background. You just have to do File and New, and then you would create a entirely new document. So you can do like a landscape under Photo Settings, and this can make just a white page. If you want to just do like a white page, that's fine too. But I like using the background. So I start off with my background, and then I look through the other photos here. I actually like using the hands in this picture. So I use this hand right here for this photo. So I clicked and dragged this hand onto the onto my landscape. All right. So and then I just resized the hand. Okay, and then I'm just rotating it. So, you want to resize it, rotate it, and double-click it to justify the transform. So just remember with the transform, which is Command T as in turtle, this will allow you to resize your image. If you hold Shift, it's going to keep it the same alignment, and then you can also rotate it too. Or in some cases, if you want to flip it, you can flip your image too. All right, but I'm gonna keep my hand right here because that's how it was on the example. So just remember you're gonna use the direct or quick selection tool. So you may need to hold the mouse button, select the quick selection tool, and the plus is gonna select it. I'm just gonna zoom in closer on the hand, resize my brush, and I'm just selecting the hand in this picture. So I'm just selecting the hand. And then I want to deselect the white spaces. Alright, but you really want to take your time with the quick selection tool because again, that's going to make things a lot smoother when you cut it out. So then I want to click on Refine Edge, and then I may want to refine some of these edges on on the hand right here. So I'm going to refine this part here, that part there, this part. So I'm just going to refine the edges here. This is not that smooth. Probably my hand got deleted here, but this looks fine. I'm going to click OK. Alright, so after I refine it, I do need to clean it up a little bit more. It's just some of these pictures in the hands, they're not that clean. So I'm just clicking on the layer mask, flipping it to the white. I'm going to go on my brush, resize it, and then the white's going to bring back the hand a little bit. It got a little faded in this picture here. Or is it white? Oh, my opacity. Yeah, make sure you change your opacity to 100. So I want to bring this hand back a little bit. Too much of it got faded. Oh, I want to use like the hard edge brush too for this.
Did you make a YouTube video of this?
I'm making it right now, so Yeah, I'm going on. So basically, I'm just erasing the hand, just cleaning up. I'm not gonna be too nitpicky on the cleaning up. Yeah, just clean up a little bit. But yeah, pretty much just like your hand right here. Alright, and then you can delete that bottom layer because you don't need it no more. Just remember the refined edge makes a completely new layer. Alright, so I'm going to move this hand up a little bit. Alright, now the one thing I have to do with the hand here is, I have to make it look like it's blending into the water because I want the hand to actually come out of the water. So you want to use the brush again, go to your layer masks. Make sure you go on your layer mask, not on the actual photo. Change it to black. So remember, black's going to erase it, and white will bring it back. But if you use a fuzzy brush and you just go around the edges, it's going to erase it. So it looks like it's creating the illusion of the hand coming out of the water. Okay, so you want to pay attention to those little details there. And now, a lot of these background images, they do have a lot of water pictures. So one thing I like about the water is it has like a nice reflection with the top of the water. And then the actual water. So you see the mountains here. And you also be seeing me reflected down here. Same with the trees. So you want to do the same thing with like the hand here too. So I'm going to duplicate this layer here for the hand. Click OK, duplicate it. Now, what I'm going to do with this other hand that I made is I'm going to have to flip it. Okay, so let me show you an easy way of flipping this image. So if you click on Edit and you go to Transform, you can actually flip this vertically or horizontally. So I'm going to flip this vertically, which is going to flip it to the other way. So if I flip it vertically, it's going to flip it upside down. And then you can use that hand as kind of like a reflection almost of the bottom. So if you change the opacity to, I want to say 50, it kind of looks like a reflection out of the water. Okay, so that's kind of how I got that reflection in the picture. I just duplicated it. Flipped it and just changed the opacity to 50.
That's cool.
All right, so that way it makes it look like the hands blending in. And then the next part is gonna be the Reese's Pieces I'm gonna have to put in. So I went under the products, same thing like I did before. The Reese's Pieces dragging onto the image, and I'm gonna resize this Reese's Pieces. I don't want it too big, but I still want to keep it big though. This is the most important thing. I'm gonna double click it to resize it. Actually, let me put it down here because I want to get rid of all this white space. So I'm going to use the direct selection tool again. Select the Reese's Pieces. So this image should cut out pretty clean because of the white background and because of the Reese's Pieces. That should cut out clean. So I'm going to click on the refined edge. Let me keep bringing. I got to do this tutorial. Oh, they got to wait then. Alright, so, okay, I cut out the Reese's Pieces using the direct selection tool. Alright, so I have to do the same thing again, or actually don't do the reflection thing yet. Now, just remember when you cut out your images, oops, let me delete these layers. So I'm going to delete these two layers. You can actually hit delete to delete those layers. You don't need those layers. So now with this Reese's Pieces that I made here, okay, if any of you guys want to do like the outer glow, I don't think I showed you guys how to make it glow, like certain things. So I'm going to show you today. So you're going to right click on the layer. Okay, make sure to right click on the image. So you can right click on the layer and you're going to click on blending options. So if you click on blending options, this gives you a couple options to like edit the actual image. So if you click on outer glow, this is gonna be a way to create an outer glow on your objects. So you click on outer glow, check that, and then right here, all you gotta do is just change the size of the outer glow. You can also play around with these, but like I don't really want to mess around with the size too much. But this.
Good morning, Mr. Warren.
Yes.
Can you send Karina Patel to the main office with the pass moment? She will return.
Okay. There you go.
See, it wasn't important.
I just go.
Yeah, go ahead. You can go. All right, but I made an outer glow here, and then the opacity is gonna make it more faded out. So I'm actually gonna move that to 100. But you can kind of play around with this. This is gonna change the color too if you want to. If you want to do like an outer glow with like a blue, you can change the colors. All right, and then if you want to do like an inner glow, because obviously if you're gonna have an outer glow, then some of your parts and the Reese's Pieces is going to glowing too. You can do an inner glow as well. So you click on inner glow, or that's inner shadow. You want to click on inner glow. All right, I'm going to find that same blue that I used, and I'm going to change the size, and it's going to create a glow on the edges of the Reese's Pieces. All right, but I'm going to click OK. And that's pretty much how I got like the picture look. And then, all right, and then same thing like I did before with the hand. Just duplicate that layer. So I'm duplicating the Reese's Pieces layer, putting it on the bottom. I'm going to go to like Edit, Transform, Flip Vertically. So then it's going to create a mirror image on the bottom. And then just change the opacity to 50. Alright, some of you are wondering how I did that blur. After I'm done with this image, I just saved it as a JPEG. I saved it as a JPEG. So if you guys want to do like a blur at the very end, you don't have to. You would save it as a JPEG, and then just duplicate the layer and then do like the blur. Okay, but I think most of you know how to do the blurring because we've done it so many times. So you have to save as a JPEG and then you can apply the blur to the edge. Alright, so you guys have any questions? What I showed you?